I get asked all the time, how do you fish a jerkbait? Well, this is what they call a suspending jerkbait. This is a Spro Mixed Stick 110. There's a bunch of different suspending jerkbaits on the market. I'm going to show you how to fish a suspending jerkbait, give you a few tips. Hopefully you can go out there, catch a bunch of fish with it. So this is something I throw on a bait caster. This is a Cashin 6'9" rod. You can see it's got a real soft tip. That's crucial, because when you're jerking, you don't want to jerk the bait out of their mouth, because those fish hit this bait while it's suspended. So you want to be able to let them get it real good. I have Sunline Sniper 12-pound test. That's usually what I'm going to fish on it. And I have a 6-4-to-1 bait casting reel, and we'll get after it. So once you get your rig all set up, you're going to just make a cast with it, and you're going to reel up your slack, reel a couple cranks so that you get that jerkbait under the water, and then you're going to start snapping that rod on slack line. That is a big key. So I'm going to reel up my slack and then give it a little slack, and then I'm going to snap it. Usually 2 or 3 snaps and then a pause, 2 or 3 snaps and a pause, and you're going to have to adjust that tempo to find out what the fish want that particular day. I'm going to snap, snap, stop. Snap, snap, stop. I'm going to go a little extra pause right here. Snap, snap, pause. Snap, 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 snap. You just kind of want to keep it erratic and keep it moving, and let the fish tell you what they want. And you got to make sure you throw it in the right conditions. Jerkbaits work great in clear water, but you need some help. You need some wind. You need some kind of heavy overcast skies or something like that to help to disguise your jerkbait in real clear water. Having just a little bit of stain in the water is what I prefer. You know, right here we're looking at probably 2.5 feet visibility. I think that is perfect for a pre-spawn jerkbait bite. It's really good. Sun in the spring especially is better on a jerkbait. Sun and jerkbaits go together very well. If you can get sun and wind, that is the primo perfect conditions that you want. And if you don't have that wind, you need to have that stained water or something to help you disguise that jerkbait just a little bit so you can get more bites on it. Now I'm jerking this on the inside of a point. There's a bunch of rock along this point. That's a typical place that you're going to be throwing the jerkbait. But really, this is a bait that you're getting fish to come out of cover to come eat. So you can throw that thing around docks, in the backs of pockets. You can throw it off of the ends of points. You can throw it on any kind of cover that you see around. And then once you start getting bit, you'll probably start getting bit in the same type of places. Like if you're getting bit on secondary points, you need to start running secondary points. If you get bit in the backs of pockets, you want to fish the backs of pockets. If you get bit on the shady side of docks, that's another place that's real key as you're fishing this jerkbait that can be real good. Shade is also your friend with the jerkbait. Just remember that. There he is. Oh, yes. A little largemouth. It's also the great thing about a jerkbait. Man, you catch fish, you catch them small, you catch them medium size, you catch them big, you catch them all sizes on the jerkbait. This thing has those gamakatsus just buried in his mouth, and that was about the 6th or 7th cast today. Get the pliers, get this thing off. Put him back in the water, little buddy. This is a shad color. This is kind of typical of what you would throw on a jerkbait. This is a little more opaque. This is a little more translucent. If the clearer the water, the more translucent you want to get your jerkbait. The dirtier the water, the more you want it to have opaque, white, or chartreuse, something to that effect. Now, when you start talking about smallmouth and jerkbaits, that's a whole different animal. You want to have real bright colors quite often, but quite often you want translucent baits. You got to let the fish, and that's a day-to-day deal with smallmouth. Let them tell you what colors that they want at that particular time. And I've also seen times when jerkbaits with orange bellies can outproduce any other colored jerkbait. That orange belly can be a real key, so just keep that in mind as you're experimenting and learning how to fish jerkbaits. I'm gonna see if I can catch another one.